Okay, I hope you didn't drink the bar dry, but I'd like to welcome you back to the second half of Mayflower, and we'll start, as we did in the first half, with Racheal Joseph. Racheal, please.
This is the poem that was chosen for the Lumen anthology this year, and it's called Lifelong Friend. A friend of mine a couple of years ago had a stroke, and I found out by ringing her estate agent going, I can't find her, where is she? And I went to the hospital, and this is my response. I wrote it on the train on the way home. You stare with blank and empty eyes. Your smile is for a stranger, not for me. Is this how our lifelong friendship dies? Erased with sudden, silent cruelty? Plumped up pillows, white and starched, propped motionless, lost inside yourself. I fear that in the darkness you cry out. We do not hear. We do not come to help. It will take time and work, they say, for you to heal and be yourself again. Though something in their eyes tell me our hopes for you will never be. I talk till I can talk no more. Kissing your cheek, but not goodbye. I will be back to talk with you again and search the darkness for my lifelong friend. I'll do something slightly more cheerful now. This one came out of a conversation with a long-time friend about the things we did and didn't do in our extremely long and boring lives. And it's called I Wanted to Be. I wanted to be a sailor. Never turned out that way. Teachers told me that was for boys. Be a nurse or a midwife, they'd say. I wanted to be Hayley Mills. Never turned out that way. There were no barns on the old Kent Road, so Jesus never came to stay. I wanted to be a beauty queen. Never turned out that way. Far too short and not very thin, so I had to get a job in a shop for the pay. I wanted to travel and see the world. Never turned out that way. I'm not what you call adventurous, you see, but I have been to France for the day. I wanted to dance the dying swan. Guess what? Never turned out that way. To be honest, I have 2 left feet. Ballet was not my forte. All of my life I've wanted to be, and it's never turned out that way. But I live in hope, because you never know. Maybe I will be, one day. This one is is about my father. It's called Gone a Long Time. When he first left and sailed to England, he wrote letters home, long, detailed letters, telling her he was an important man on the railway. He stoked coal on the train from Charing Cross, a dirty job that barely earned enough to pay the rent. He wrote that he lived in a big house in Ladbroke Grove. He failed to mention that he shared a box room on the top landing with his friend from back home in Barnes Hill. He said he was doing well and that he would come home soon, and when he came home he would build her a house, a strong house of stone that could stand against the hurricanes. And yes, he would paint it white if that is what she wanted. With time, the letters became less detailed and not so frequent. She waited anxiously and prayed constantly. Then one day he sent her children, 2 girls. They arrived with a note, "Take care of them, I come soon." She was not happy with her uninvited guests. He sent no money to feed or clothe them. But she took them in, she fed them, she did not beat them, she did not talk to them, she could not love them. He had been gone a long time, and all she wanted was for the good Lord to send her favourite son home so he could marry a decent Antiguan girl. This was written, I wrote 2 poems last year in support of fighting against domestic violence and violence against women, and this one is personal. It's about my mum and dad. Thank God they're not here scared to know this. It's true. It's called When. The first time was a shock. She should have left him then, but with 2 small children, no one to turn to, nowhere to go. The second time she hit back. Never went to casualty, just covered up the signs. Nobody would notice yet another bruise. She cut her wrists in desperation. Doctors asked no questions, just bandaged her and sent her home. He shrugged it off and called her stupid. Cried herself to sleep so many nights. Once, she hit him with a bottle. He set fire to her hair. The kids were young, but would remember. She loved him, so she said, and she knew that he loved her, in his own way. She believed that he would stop. He would stop when he got a job, when the kids stopped crying, when he got respect. He would stop. He would. He would stop. When? And this one was written at Christmas. It's called Family Christmas. Christmas, a time for family and friends. Children boisterous. Open presents Santa left, scattering paper everywhere. Mum looks on and smiles and wonders, will her son be like his father? Will her daughter grow to be like her? Grandad thinks he's young again. His knees send out a crack as he joins the children on the floor. Then, after dinner, falls asleep before the Queen and snores. Grandma helps with washing up. She always does. She dries and puts away and talks of nothing much. She does not ask the question and tries hard not to look for signs she knows will only break her heart. Her only son is good at playing host, filling glasses, telling jokes, all at table comment on his turkey carving skills. As dad, he sings while putting kids to bed and tells them jokes of magic lands and gently kisses them goodnight. The day is long, much alcohol consumed. Mum waves goodbye to guests and Grandma hugs a bit too tight and wishes all the best. Mum stands at door long after all have gone, an anxious churning in her gut. She knows she'll hold her cry. She must not wake the children. She turns to face the fist that always comes. Slightly lighter one now. I was introduced to the poetry of Pablo Neruda recently, and it's called Imagist poetry, and it's quite hard. But he writes a lot of odes to my socks, odes to women, odes to poetry, odes to books. So I thought I'd have a go at writing an ode, and it's in 2 parts. The first part's called Ode to My Duvet. And it's supposed to be an Imagist poem. I'm giving it a go. I turned the page, the crisp, shiny page that smelt of ink, and there you were in model pose, lounging seductively. Did I need you, or did I just want you? You called to me and I knew I had to make you mine. Like a cat, I preened and waited. You arrived in a carriage red and gold, the royal crown emblazoned on its side. A uniformed chauffeur delivered you to my door. I glimpsed you through the plastic gown, the gown that held you far too tight. Unzipped, you breathed a sigh and plumped up, marshmallow-like, soft and inviting. I let you rest a while spread across my bed. Resisting temptation, I went about my work, thinking all day of your softness and warmth. I pictured you embracing me. The blue sky turned black, and slowly candles flickered in the dark. It is then I came to you. What joy! I purred the night away, curled in the womb of your marshmallow softness. And part 2 is the duvet's response. I do not speak, nor do I judge. I comfort you. When I am tossed aside, I wait patiently. In the warmth and darkness of my embrace, you will find passion, excitement, pain. Again and again you come to me. You will lay with me. I will cover your body with a lightness of touch, and you will wrap your arms around me, and we will sleep and dream. And this last one is what I call my angry woman poem. And it's called Lying Cheating. You lying, cheating bastard, you unfaithful, selfish prick. If I had the opportunity, I'd amputate your dick. It's not about fidelity, I don't care about the sex. It's that you turned against me with such total disrespect. I've been your loyal wife for years, I've mothered, nursed and cared. None of this means anything, discarding all we shared. You lying, cheating bastard. You perfidious, selfish prick. Your middle-aged ego boosted, it revitalised your dick. When she goes back to her young man and dumps you by the way, what goes around comes around, that's all I have to say. You lying, cheating bastard, don't come running back to me. I won't be there to ease your fall like you weren't there for me. It will be hard, I hope it hurts. You get no sympathy. I'm hurting far too much myself to give you sympathy. You lying, cheating bastard, you unfaithful, selfish prick. If I had the opportunity, I'd amputate your dick. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Racheal. Great debut from Racheal Joseph. So, powerful.